Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and go over a car emergency kit. If you recall my other videos, I talked about different gear that I was picking up, but I actually tested them, and now I've kind of finally come up with a set that I think would work. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So a car emergency kit is not necessarily just like to prepare for the apocalypse, but I basically feel like there's things going on around my town and things like that, and it's just good to have something in your car just in case something goes wrong. Again, it's not for the apocalypse, but let's say there's a tornado, or you're stuck in the middle of the road and it's freezing cold, or there's a riot or anything, traffic. It's just for safety measures, right? So, cool. So the one thing I always have in my car is I just have a 6-pack of Smart Water. Now, to me, Smart Water is bougie water. I never buy this water. However, the lid of the Smart Waters will actually work with the Sawyer Mini. And the Sawyer Mini is a water filter. So I've learned this from a lot of hiking people. This is an amazing thing to keep on hand. So this is in the car, and that's that. The second thing I have is the Cosmic 20 sleeping bag. So I usually never bring a sleeping bag, but after some research and some thought, I've decided to bring one. And so I like this because this is really lightweight and compact, and it basically will keep you warm even in 20-degree Fahrenheit. So I like this because unlike really large sleeping bags, these are really compact. You just put it in the trunk, you're going to be okay. Yeah, you thought that was it right now. That's not my bag. The other thing I have is a First Alert Easy Fire Spray. So this basically makes it so that if there's fire in the car, hopefully, you can take care of it. But I also have another fire extinguisher in there as well. So that's that. Okay, now we're going to get to the real bag. So this is actually my bug out bag. This is a duffel bag and a backpack at the same time. See, the problem is I've noticed a lot of duffel bag, or a lot of setups that people have, and you can't realistically carry it. This is actually very, very easy to carry. It is a backpack duffel bag. This is the North Face 30 liters, something like that. But this is literally, as you can see here, there's straps in front. This is a backpack, and it's very comfortable, at least to my ears. I mean, at least I think so. But now I'm actually literally going to open this up, and you're going to see what's inside. There's a lot of shit we've got over here, but you're going to get a sense that all of this fits, and all of this is easy to carry because this backpack is a duffel backpack, right? So I'm going to go ahead and unzip the top. Let me just find... And I actually bought this on a Black Friday deal recently, and I'm just super stoked about it. Okay, cool. So, you got to have your Mechanix Gloves, right? So, or you got to have gloves for when you're doing, work. So let me just toss that in the back. This is actually in the glove box. This is not actually in here, but I just wanted to demonstrate. So I've got Knipex pliers, the small ones. These are really versatile. I've got some pens. I've got the Leatherman Bolster, which I've talked about. It's the first Leatherman I've ever bought, and it's the second technically, and I'm sold. I am sold on this. I love it. Okay, so I've talked about it. You guys should get this right now. It's $35 on Costco.com right now if you have a Costco account. Absolutely worth it because this is the Leatherman Sidekick or the Leatherman Rev for $35, and it's better. So definitely recommend this. I also have Electrician scissors. These are very compact, very small. This can cut through everything. It's like freaking Wolverine claws. These are awesome. Next thing is I have a flashlight. And I have all sorts of flashlight in my car because you never know what's going to happen. I have a small permanent marker right here. And then also in the back, I also have my trusty slice knife. And there's that. And then again, another flashlight, right? And right here as well. This is the Ryobi, something like that. Okay. The other thing I have, this is actually my glove compartment, not in here, but this is the Wera BitCheck Plus, or Toolcheck Plus. Really like this. This makes life a lot easier. And the thing is, the truth of the matter is, I don't really use the sockets as much, but I know that there's going to be a time in the future that it's going to help someone, or someone can help me who knows how to use cars. So I just have this on hand, but a lot of people talked about how this is really clutch. So I've been basically keeping this in the glove compartment. This is just the covering for this particular backpack. This backpack can shrink, literally can shrink like this, like a pancake, and it will fit in this container. It's wild. This is an amazing backpack. Okay, this so here is basically toothpaste and toothbrushes, because it's not preparing for the end of the world. It's just like if shit happens, like let's say a family member of yours is hurt and you're in a hospital and it's been like a day and you haven't brushed your teeth, or they haven't, it's just something you can have. So this is basically something you can have on hand to help them out. Here is just a towel, right? So just toss that back. Here are socks, and all this is pretty much just clothes, right? Just backup clothes for me and for other people, but it's just nice to have. Again, it's just for a 72-hour setup. Then I've got Promax protein bars. Here's the deal, and what I learned the wrong way, or learned the hard way. You're going to find that if you type in food rations and things like that, you're going to see Datrix bars. You're going to see like MREs. You're going to see, but here's the deal. When you really factor it, what it is, it's just food. It's just food that lasts a really long time. But if you're going to get food, you might as well get food that tastes good. And for my days of working out, these are the best tasting protein bars, bar none. It's called Promax. The reason why these are so tasty, ironically, is because these have a lot of sugar as protein bars, but these are really tasty, and believe me, they'll fill you up. You'll survive just fine, but I've got a shit ton of these in here. So I've got protein bars, I've got beef jerky, I've got I've got makeup wipes. Refreshing wet cleansing towelettes. I swear by these. These actually work better than dude wipes. Whenever I travel overseas, I always bring like 3 packets of these. These are clutch. These can clean you up in a jiffy. Specifically the brand by Up and Up is the one I swear by. And there's that. I have some deodorant in here. As you can see, this is not really like clutch. Now, in here I also have this tool bag right here. And this tool bag is clutch because each of these have zippers. And you can actually kind of go through here. And as you can see, let's go through the motions here. So here I have the big Knipex pliers. So for anybody who needs to deal with larger things, I also have measuring tape here. I have Zippo lighter fluid in here, and with duct tape around it. And also I do have a Zippo lighter and another lighter in here on hand, because it's important to have some form of combustion if it ever gets to that point. But I doubt it'll ever be that point. But they always say you gotta have some fire on hand, right? Then I've got some super glue here. Then I've got some paracord here, right? Then I've got some zip ties here. Then I've got some, let's go on this one and zip this open. I've got some batteries on hand. So I like having batteries on hand. I know that rechargeable batteries are the way to go. But if you don't have time and you don't have time to charge, you just need to pop in, I've got batteries on hand. And then also, I also have some duct tape on hand. And then I also have some gloves. So that covers this here, but we're still not done. I also have some emergency thermal blankets. That's that. I also have some Cliff Bars. I also have this is a Life Straw. I also have a Sawyer. I also have quick Clot. This stops bleeding 5 times faster. But I also have a dedicated medikit that I have in the car too. I have a mini stove. Now, you'll notice that I've actually tested different mini stoves, and this one's actually pretty good because it's so compact. I've seen a lot of videos enough to know like this shit does work. However, I like just having this on hand, and you can put fuel in here to make a fire if you need to make a stove. I very much doubt like 100% that I'll ever have to use this, but I figured it's a no-brainer to keep because it's so lightweight. So there's that. This is 9 hours of candlelight. Basically, I just figured that's pretty dope. It could be handy. This is realistically could be really handy in a situation where you run out of power. I mean, there's a power outage, so this could be super handy. This is the Sawyer Squeeze. This is, again, when this is combined with that, it allows you to basically deal with really dirty water and get clean water. But you can also do this as well. Both of these will work. one of the sayings they always say is 2 is 1, 1 is none. So if one of these don't work out, one of these will work. So there's that. Again, more protein bars. Again, you don't need to get that, like, just, you don't need to eat shitty, like, MRE food. Just eat good food, right? And this is, like, I swear to God, the best tasting protein bars. Like, Promax, I recommend getting the double fudge brownie, and I also recommend getting the cookies and cream. Those are the best flavors, hands down. Okay, I've got some matches on hand, and these are stormproof, so if there's water in it, it'll still light up. So, again, many methods of creating a fire. I also have more clothing here. So this is just for, like, as a backup. Again, this is not to prepare for the apocalypse. It's just for preparing from, like, getting from one spot to another. And then, and I think that's it, basically. However, I also do have a kit that is actually in my trunk. So in my trunk of the car, I keep it in the trunk because it doesn't need to come with me. It can stay in the car. All right, so that covers that, but I also have things that are inside the car that are not in my bag, things I feel like, and so let me kind of go through them. So black compact trash bags, I have them in the car. I have a tire patch in the car. I have reflective stuff, in the car. I have a NOCOBoost, which is basically a car battery charger in the car. I have flares in the car, whistle in the car, a fix-a-flat in the car, a big saw in the car, a knife sharpener in the car, a shovel in the car, and an umbrella in the car. And I also have a medical kit in the car. But in general, like, even though this is a lot of shit, because of the backpack and the way it's set up, it's very easy to carry around because I made sure to, like, walk around with it and test it around, and it does work. And it's more practical than some of the things I've seen out there. Some people have, like, a really small, like, Altoid tin can. That ain't gonna do shit. Some people have, like, a big box, a little box. You're not carrying that around, right? Or I've seen people, like, carry things in a small thing like that. That's not enough food. You see here, this is a shit ton of food. You'll be all right, and it tastes good. This is good stuff. So, yeah, that's my quick rundown of my backpack, and we'll go from there.